There we go. All right. Plan for tonight, or I guess more accurately, this, I'd say tonight evening. It's currently about 6:30 or so. Yeah, my plan is to completely destroy my quads. Oh, I think my headphones are dead. Damn. All right, well, this might have to be a musicless workout. But yeah, quads only, nothing else. Well, maybe a little bit else, maybe little calves at the end, but no direct like hamstring working sets. But I will be warming up hamstrings, right? So really what I kind of mean by that is I'm going to bounce around the laying leg curl and the leg extension for a couple of sets, just light squeezing, getting my legs exposed to some weight. And then I think there's no better start than the leg press itself. Now, usually I'm one to say that I like to really hit my hamstrings first, and then once I start doing quads, especially since my hamstrings are already pumped up, it kind of gives you a little bit of a cushioning effect. But that's sort of only really in line with a lift where the quad portion doesn't really activate your hamstrings that much, right? So I mean, with a lot of the heavier leg press, especially if you get at least like reasonable depth, like if you're only leg pressing like legitimate half reps and you don't really kind of bring your legs at least relatively close to your torso, then you probably won't feel it. But when you get at least reasonably deep, there is a lot of hamstring activation that you might not really expect, to the point where I felt like I've almost pulled my hamstring before doing heavy leg press after having already done like a regular hamstring workout before. So since today I really want to prioritize quads, hamstrings are just going to be activated as essentially warm up kind of secondary muscles, right? So my last leg day, quote unquote, was hamstrings only, no quads, and I think that's how I'm going to do it, because it feels kind of, I mean, the whole point of like a heavy quad day and then a hamstring day is to give that opposing muscle a break, right? So I feel kind of, I don't know, I feel like it's not really doing me good to do like light hamstrings and light quads, if you kind of can imagine what I'm thinking here. Because a week ago-ish, I did a bunch of quad work, and then 4 days later, when I had my hamstring and quad day, I did only hamstrings, right? Now, I could have just done a couple sets of leg extensions, kind of just sort of get a little bit of blood in the area, pump them up a touch. But if I'm already going to take it easy, I almost feel like it's better to leave them for that day and then come back and really wreck them. Now, usually that's not something I have to worry about. Like, I don't really do, or I can just do like maybe a heavier chest day, just weight-wise, and then a lighter squeezing chest day the next one, if I can still feel some residual fatigue. But, I mean, if I'm really going to wreck my quads, I think doing them twice a week ends up being a little bit too much, at least at my, kind of current strength level. But, we'll just have to see. Because let's say, 4 days from now, I go up to legs again, and for whatever reason, my recovery was awesome, and I feel like my legs are back at 100%, maybe I'll just do another heavy leg day. But what I don't want to do is overdo it and then build up like knee, hip, ankle, kind of lower back fatigue. I mean, then instead of making progress, I'm just giving myself, goodness, I'm just giving myself chores to recover from later that are just, encumbering my ability to go nuts. So I'm going to bounce around the hamstring curl and the leg extension first, get my legs kind of warm, and then we can just start at the first set of whatever that first quad movement ends up being, which 97% sure leg press. All right, I am more than satisfactorily freaking warm. So I had a little bit of a triple threat loop: hamstring curls, leg extensions, calf raises, back and forth between the three a couple of times, plus warming up here. 4 plates, 5 plates. Actually, no, I did 4, 6, 8, 10.
So this is about the limit of weight that I can move around. So now what I've got to do is take myself to the limit of reps that I can do. I think I might add in some leg extension pre-exhaust, where, you know, I'll do leg extensions first and immediately run over to the leg press and then burn out with some additional reps. But I think let's just start heavy-ish. Like, this isn't 1 rep heavy, but it's definitely not nothing. I would not want to just jump under this cold and go for it. That would be asking for trouble. But let me get a song playing and get ready to go nuts. And this is definitely a set where I want to be in a zone. Like, it doesn't take much for me to walk up to a dumbbell and do some curls, or even walk up to the hamstring curl and do hamstring curls. But anything heavy like this, I mean, if I walk up to it completely calm right now and just immediately unracked it, I'd have a worse set than if I get myself freaking amped from whatever TikTok audio or edit I end up listening to. Legs, I really do think you need to get in the zone. Otherwise, odds are you're probably lifting, or you're potentially lifting a little casually. That's not an accusation, more of a, well, I guess not an observation either. I'm not looking at you directly, but you get what I'm saying, right? The guys who go nuts are the ones who kind of seem like they're on little nuts preset. Okay. Oh, yeah. A few more just like that. Oh. Whew. I was trying to get 20. Okay. Two more minimum. Holy crap. Let's keep going. Oh, goodness. Whew. Okay. All right, let's move on. Was that 4 or 5? I think 4. Either way. Oh, yeah. That is a good amount of quad damage. Holy crap, let's move on. I'll put these plates away later. I'm not doing that right now. Kind of copying my last leg day, which I am okay with. So, this time 4 plates on the pendulum instead of the, I think, 3 I might have done last time. Either way, even though it's only, I mean, what you would kind of look at is 2 plates per side. The pendulum is, let's say it's a weak movement in the sense that it makes use of the weight very well. So it feels heavier than the 2-plate squat. But I'm going to pre-exhaust with leg extensions first. So this is kind of similar to what I did with tricep yesterday. Rope extensions, holding, burning as a pre-exhaust. Not a failure, but enough to wreck them a bit. And then moving on to heavy pushdowns. So that's kind of the 2 phases here. And this combination has yet to steer me wrong. So let's do it. Right there. Okay. A few more. Holy crap. Let me drop the safety 1 pin. Okay. God damn it. Fucking shaking the machine. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, I think that's enough. Let's do a finisher set of leg extensions. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Oh. Combined with that leg press, I think that's enough heavy pressing. So let's finish with a pump focused, just squeezing burnout set of leg extensions. So rather than double leg to failure, regular quick reps, I think I'll do some single legs. So I'm gonna make sure this is a good weight. 40 pound single leg's too heavy. I'll do 30. 20? Let me see what 20's like. This is a heavy leg extension too, so. Yeah, it's good, okay. Oh yeah, so this one's just squeezing, finishing touches, pump-wise. Nothing too wild. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'll do a little superset. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was good. Let's get out of here. All right. I have not been that sweaty for a freaking while. Now, half of that is to do with the fact that I went to, we all kind of went back to my parents' house. I ended up doing some Easter egg coloring. This was my best work right here. You got all the cats in a row from freaking Rio all the way to Oliver. They turned out better than I thought. Honestly, those are kind of funny. Oh, but they had the AC off with just the windows open because it's been kind of cold earlier, but it was warmed up today, so it was like 80. Freaking nuts. But yeah, that is I mean, my legs feel how they feel now, but I couldn't even tell you exactly how they're gonna feel tomorrow onward. I mean, at the end of that, throwing my bag over my backpack and reaching down to pick up my phone. Yeah, let's just say quad destruction is certainly not a bad descriptor of that lift tonight. So that is good for me. But now I get to let them rest and give them some time to beef back up. I didn't want to do it, but I think, well, man, I mean, I'm trying to stretch out more. Like, I'm really trying to open up my shoulders and everything else, but I'm getting freaking muscle bound. Like, even after I limber up, like getting under a bar for squats, it's getting freaking tight, you know. So usually what guys end up doing is they put like they wrap their straps around the bar so they can hold a little more further forward. But that seems kind of freaky, you know, because like that's not the most stable handhold, you know. So I think I'm curious. So if this is a thing, I'd love to see it. But imagine like handles that are real fucking beefy. Like, you know how there's like the plastic clips where they lock on, they're pretty damn tight. Like, imagine that, but it's a handle for you to then hold in front of the bar. Yeah, I would definitely make use of some of that. But
That does not encumber my ability to do hacks, pendulums, or leg press. And frankly, I've been coming at quads with a freaking closed mind. You know, not so much recently. I'm getting a little smarter. But I mean, I used to be a die-hard leg press hater. You know, following what I think has a solid message. And obviously, who's going to argue with Tom Platz about his quad training? But I think I might have been trying to, well, my flaw is I would do squats, but I would only, well, I kind of still do this now a little, but I just try to go as heavy as humanly possible for me. Do like 1 or 2 sets, usually just 1, and then have to back off, which, I mean, feels pretty good. Doing a set so well that I couldn't even do the same weight again if I tried for like a good set. But I think I tried to, I think for quad training, I might have condensed that intensity a little too much, right? Because I mean, what's you know, what makes an intense set, right? Typically heavier weights combined with higher reps, you know. So I think I've got a tendency to think, all right, this is a good set, I'm gonna go crazy on this set, let's go heavier. And there's just a limit, you know. I mean, especially as you get stronger, I mean, there's just no point for me to try to like totally, you know, come close to exploding my knees with like a bazillion-pound squat and then back off to just leg extensions after. So I think having a bit of a longer pressing portion of my quad days is probably good for me. So, I mean, even though those sets of leg press were like, you know, pretty hard, I didn't feel like my head was going to explode at the bottom of each one of those reps. Plus, I mean, that first set, was that like 17 reps? At least 15, that's for sure. So I think that's a little bit more of a sweet spot. And yeah, man, I think I want to get some lunges. I need to do some experimenting with some of the lunges. I've got space in there. Like, I've got long tracks to kind of go back and forth with. But I don't know, it's never really clicked for me. But I mean, I see everybody, especially just freaking massive dudes, throwing walking lunges in there. And that's kind of exactly what I was just saying now. Higher volume, more lengthy pressing, right? Because in a way, I mean, every walking lunge is just a single leg press, you know, kinda, right? So I think that I might be missing out by not doing those. But I don't know, I'm a little conflicted, because for me, my something about the rotation of my hips and my knees, they're not at exactly the same angle, right? Like, if I were to do a single leg squat, or at least like hold on to something for balance and do a single leg squat on my right leg, my knee goes almost directly over my mid foot, like pretty much in line. But my left leg, or well, that was my right. My right goes over the center. I think I might have said left. But my left leg, something about my knee, it wants to cave in a little bit more. Like, I've got a tendency to kind of bring my left leg in just a touch. It doesn't want to kind of flare out to the side or stay right on top. So that makes me a little bit cautious about any single leg pressing, just because, you know, it's a little bit more unstable. But that's in no way is that me trying to say, well, just because I think something might be a little funky for me, I should never try it at all, right? No. But just a little something for me to think about and try to work around, you know, because the last thing you want to do is develop some kind of weird imbalance, because I'm doing the left leg more straight, or the right leg more straight and the left leg more kind of caved in, right? But this right now, like, this self-reflection over the workout style, I think that's best done after you do a good workout. You know, like, save the thinking part for once that workout is over. Because if you're just trying to, like, if you walk into the gym and you really don't have a good grasp of like what you want to get done, and you're like, okay, you know, like, there's some value to experimenting during your lifts, trying a machine you haven't done before, or doing a different style of set you haven't done before. But, you know, if you're doing a workout, that's not the time to try to, like, you know, find the newest way to do something, in my mind, right? Like, you know, get a basic goal of what you're going to hit, go nuts,
Like today was just freaking leg press and the pendulums plus a little bit of leg extensions at the end. And now I'm kind of using my post-pump catharsis to say, okay, how can I go about this better next time, right? Because you're putting yourself, you're almost putting the cart in front of the horse. It's like you're taking an exam, and rather than just trying to get as much information down or partial credit as possible, every question you're just thinking about, like, oh man, I'm gonna miss points here. It's like you haven't missed any points. You're writing down your shit, and you'll get the response later on, right? So that's my shtick there. But apart from that, like I said yesterday in the car, just try to go nuts at the basics, right? Leg press, squats, leg extensions. I mean, the shit works. It's most certainly not rocket science. But plan now, go home, eat something, go to sleep. That is that post-lift plan has never done me wrong either. But I'll update you in the morning, or I guess tomorrow, whenever I head to the gym to hit chest, how my quads are feeling. But I've got I can make a prediction. I can make a pretty strong prediction that they are going to be dead. I mean, maybe even to the point where I might get out of bed and my freaking knees will give out. It's been a while, but that that happened to me. Oh man, yeah, that was back when I was in school. I don't remember what I did, but that particular leg day, I just went extra crazy, and my sleep might have been a little scrappy too, so that could have contributed to my post-lift soreness that morning after. But as soon as I jumped out of bed, I may as well have just like crumpled to the floor like I got shot, because as soon as I put any kind of pressure on my quads, they just gave out. Yeah, that's certainly a goal state I want to see if I can get back to again, but we'll see. So I think that's all I got, man. So yeah, I'll see you for some chest tomorrow.